Welcome back to another video. I got a special reaction for you guys today. Today we're gonna be reacting to cold pizza sends woman into full-blown rage at Domino's. And I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. If I order some Domino's or some Papa John's, pizza used to be my thing, but now we the fans on Papa John's. If I order some Papa John's, bro, and it gets delivered and it comes out cold, either one, I'm gonna be. It depends. If it's like in the afternoon, bro, I'm gonna be mad. But if it's like late night, like 2, 1 o'clock in the morning, bro, I'm gonna just warm it up. I'll be honest with you, bro. You know what I'm saying? Why make a big deal of it? You know, they probably was ready to go home and all that stuff, bro. Probably just grab the pizza, put it in the box, deliver it, man. I know how it is, though. Trust me. When it gets some late nights, bro, you ain't work, bro. You don't want to do that. You don't want to do all that, bro. You know what I mean? I understand. But other than that, let's check it out.
Around the counter, I'm gonna beat the shit out of you. Okay. So I came around the counter and stood right here, like, what's up?
So when she did that, I said, "You're so lucky none of that sauce got on me." I was like, "I don't really have time for this. Clearly you need this job, so I'm just gonna go."
Watch how this angry customer flip out on Domino's staff after her pizza came cold and uncut.
Alright. Uncut though? Cold and uncut? Cold is like, okay. You know, well, it depends. She was eating it right then, right there. I understand. Okay, now I'm mad, bro. But if it, that,
no,
I'm just not reacting like, but cold and uncut, bro.
Okay.
She completely broke the store phone.
Okay. What was she upset about?
She said her food took over an hour, and I apologize. We have one driver. That happens. And she said every time she orders from here, it's been an issue for 5 years. Why does she keep ordering from here? She makes it seem like if we make it seem like it's her issue, we always say we're understaffed. And I'm like, I apologize, that's the issue. We are understaffed.
So was the food driven to her place and then or
it was delivered.
Oh, it was delivered.
Okay, so it was delivered.
It was delivered. And then she
I'm not gonna lie, like I said, delivered cold is not really a big problem, but delivered cold and
uncut. Give her a
uncut.
refund, and then she threw the pizza at me, said something about me being a white bitch, wanting to be black like her.
Okay.
Went to the race thing, talk about I'll beat your ass, walk out this door, come around the counter, I'm gonna beat the shit out of you.
Okay.
So I came around the counter and stood right here, like, what's up? And then the 2 drivers got in between us.
Okay.
And then her girlfriend came in the store, and I said, go get a picture of their tag, because she'd already broken the phone and thrown everything.
At what point did she break the phone?
After she threw the pizza, she picked the phone up and slammed it down and flung it that way. These were in here.
Okay.
I mean, the phone's broken.
And then is that when she started saying all those words and all that? Okay.
And then the girlfriend came in, and I said, go get a picture of the tag, and they said, oh, you won't be getting a picture of our tag, and I said, yeah, we will.
Okay. Do you remember what she was wearing? What kind of clothes?
The one that threw the stuff and broke the thing was in pink pajama pants with like little designs on them, and a black shirt with a design on the front, hair down, edges laid on her face, big flowy hair. The stud was in a gray sweatsuit.
Was that the other one?
One driving.
Okay, the one driving. What's your first name? How did she slide it? Can you show me the motion? How did she do it? Did she grab the whole entire thing? Did she grab one piece?
The whole phone.
The whole phone?
The entire phone.
Okay, and she just, what did she do? Did she grab it with both hands, one hand?
Both.
Both hands? And what'd she do after that?
Try to hit it with it.
Try to hit her with it?
Yeah.
Okay, how did the phone damage then? Did she...
I mean, it was a lot of motion. I can't just tell you how the motion went, why it got damaged, but...
Okay, do you remember it being slammed, or... I'm not talking to you.
Wow.
It was a lot going on. I was trying to make sure that nobody hit nobody.
What?
Bro, she's a victim,
nobody
dog.
made no move to hit nobody. But I seen the phone up in there.
Okay, do you remember if it struck any of the tables for it to damage the way it did?
It hit the counter.
I hit the counter.
Yeah.
Okay.
Counter.
Who was holding it? Who was holding the phone at the time?
Female that's on the passenger side.
With the
one with the pink pants.
pink pants?
She was the only one that was in the store.
Did your coworker drop the phone at any time? No.
No.
Okay. And you said those cameras are working for sure?
Yeah, that worked.
Okay, but you guys don't have access though?
I don't. I just start every day.
Alright, cool. Appreciate it.
I got some duplex.
So I spoke to the manager. I got their side of the story. Can I speak to you about?
Sure.
Okay.
So around like 12, I ordered a pizza. It was online.
12.
Yes, the pizza got there maybe like 1:15ish. So there was a guy with dreads. He delivered the pizza.
Right.
So I went in the house, obviously opened the pizza. I saw the pizza. I ordered pizza and wings. When I opened the box, the pizza was not cut. How they cut
All
it.
right, that's the first she's right there.
So
You were
right,
upset, right?
correct. So I called, and first time no one answered. I figured they were about to close at 2, so let me call back again. Like a white female answered the phone. So I'm like, hi, I just ordered a pizza. I ordered a pizza and wings. My pizza wasn't cut. Do you guys still like cut the pizza in like the sections like you normally do? She said, yeah. So I was like, okay, well my pizza wasn't cut. I was like, and I live right around the corner. I've lived here for like 6 years. Every time I come up here or deliver, it's always a problem.
Right.
And then she's like, well, we're short staffed, and if the only issue that you had was that it was a long time but your pizza was right, then I don't think you should be complaining about the fact that it wasn't cut, which I felt like was really rude. So I'm like, well, no. I'm like, well, I have a right to complain. If it was not cut, then it wasn't cut.
Right.
And she was like, so basically what you're saying is it got there, you got it, but it just wasn't cut. And then she just hung up the phone.
Okay.
So I'm like,
I'd be upset too.
okay,
I
no
get it.
problem. Right. So I'm
Right.
like, well, you can just take the whole pizza. I don't even want it back at this point.
Okay.
So I went up here. The door was unlocked. Entered the door.
Yep.
There was one person in the front, the same one who delivered it. And I know that because he said, do you want this back? And it was my 20 that I just had given him.
Okay.
And I said, yeah, I want a refund. Like, I don't want this food. He said, okay, I got you. Don't worry about it. So as he's doing the refund, then she comes from like behind him, like up behind him.
Yeah.
And she's like, no, when she walked up, I said, are you the one I spoke to over the phone? She said, yeah. So I was like, is there a reason why you hung up on me? And she said, you were being loud and rude and irate.
Mm-hmm.
And I kind of feel
Nah,
like,
she was being rude.
don't lie on me.
Shoot.
I wasn't rude and I wasn't
Now I'm
irate.
on her
You're
side,
upset
bro.
Because it's 2 o'clock, you're about to close, and someone's calling and complaining. Get it, you
She don't
probably
think you
don't
shoulda
want to hear it. I understand that, but don't hang up on me.
Yeah.
So I'm like, so that's why you hung up? Because I was rude and irate? And I was like, and I wasn't even rude or irate. But now I am, because I'm mad that you just hung up and didn't even allow me to say anything.
Right.
And she was like, well, you know what? Speaking to him, she said, don't give her money back.
No,
and
not
don't give
yet.
her a refund. And I was like, okay, that's fine. You can keep your pizza.
Yeah.
So as I'm about to walk away, she starts like, oh, well, bitch, da-da-da-da-da. And just, it was beyond ridiculous over a pizza and some wings. So when she did that, literally, I turned around.
She did what?
She was like calling me bitches and hoes. And all
Okay,
this
so
other
she was
stuff.
being verbally abusive.
Correct.
Okay.
So then, of course, I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah.
I said words as well.
Okay.
So we're having this verbal altercation back and forth.
Mhm.
So before I knew it, the pizza, because I just had returned it, was on the counter.
Okay.
She literally flipped up the pizza. So the pizza box and the pizza fell.
I missed it, bro. What did she
Not lie
say?
to you. I said words as well. It was beyond ridiculous over. She's like, okay, that's fine. You can keep your pizza. Hung up and didn't even allow me. I understand that, but don't hang up on me. You're like, don't lie on me. I was at home. She said, yeah. So I
Okay.
was like, is there a reason why you hung up
My
on me?
fault, bro. I had to skip.
She
I got
said, you were being
distracted.
loud and rude and irate. And I kind of feel like, don't lie on me. I wasn't rude and I wasn't irate. You're upset because it's 2 o'clock, you're about to close, and someone's calling and complaining. Get it. You probably don't want to hear it. I understand that, but don't hang up on me.
Yeah.
So I'm like, so that's why you hung up? Because I was rude and irate? And I was like, and I wasn't even rude or irate. But now I am, because I'm mad that you just hung up and didn't even allow me to say anything.
Right.
And she was like, well, you know what? Speaking to him, she said, don't give her money back and don't give her a refund. And I was like, okay, that's fine. You can keep your pizza.
Yeah.
So as I'm about to walk away, she starts like, oh, well, bitch, da-da-da-da-da. And just, it was beyond ridiculous over a pizza and some wings. So when she did that, literally, I turned around.
She did what?
She was like calling me bitches and hoes. And all
Okay,
this
so
other
she was
stuff.
being verbally abusive.
Correct.
Okay.
So then, of course, I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah.
I said words as well.
Okay.
So we're
Yeah, at
having
least she
this
can-
verbal
I'm on her
altercation
side,
back
bro.
and forth.
Okay,
So
what happened?
before I knew it, the pizza, because I just
And I
had
admit, bro, when
returned
I'm
it
at
was
work,
on the
bro,
counter.
I have
She
some
literally flipped up the
interactions with black women too, bro,
So
that
the
are
pizza
kind of
box
rude,
and
but
the pizza fell. Sauce was flying everywhere.
Well, I'm on
so
her
when she
side.
did that, I said, "You're so lucky none of that sauce got on me." I was like, "I don't really have time for this. Clearly, you need this job." So I'm
because
just
look, because I work in a store where we deal with a lot of customers and stuff, man. And like the rudest customers that I deal with are black women, bro. So at first I was like, okay, you know what? The lady, the Domino lady, probably right. But then now after hearing her side, bro, I'm on her side, bro.
gonna go. So she literally, and there was another guy in there too. At that point, I noticed he was there. I guess he came from the back. So she came around the counter. So at this point, we're like here.
Yeah.
So then one of the coworkers.
Where was the pizza at the time?
I believe it was on the
when it got flung?
on the either the floor or on the counter. It flipped up. I really didn't see it.
Okay.
I think it was on the floor. I know the box was definitely on the floor though.
Like on the floor?
Really, at this point, we're like here.
Yeah.
So she literally, and there was another guy in there too. At that point, I noticed he was there. I guess he came from the back. So she came around the counter. So at this point, we're like here.
Yeah.
So then one of the coworkers.
Where was the pizza at the time?
So
Yeah.
I'm just gonna go. So sauce was flaying everywhere. Said words as well.
Okay.
So we're having this verbal altercation back and forth. So before I knew it, the pizza, because I just had returned it, was on the counter.
Okay.
She literally flipped up the pizza.
Okay, so she flipped up the pizza.
Box and the pizza fell. Sauce was flaying everywhere. So when she did that, I said, "You're so lucky none of that sauce got on me." I was like, "I don't really have time for this. Clearly you need this job, so I'm just gonna go." So she literally, and there was another guy in there too. At that point, I noticed he was there. I guess he came from the back. So she
I'm
came
on her side
around
100%,
the counter.
bro.
So at this point, we're like here.
Yeah.
So then one of the coworkers.
Where was the pizza at the time?
I believe it was on the
when it got flung.
on the either the floor or on the counter. It flipped up. I really didn't see it.
Okay.
I think it was on the floor. I know the box was definitely on the floor though.
Like on the floor?
Yes, on the floor.
Who placed the pizza on the floor?
When she flicked it up, like when she was on the counter and she flicked the box up.
Okay, so
it
the box
flung.
was on the counter when she
Correct,
flicked
when
it
I
up?
returned it, right.
Okay.
So then she flicked it up, it fell, it flew in the
Where could the box be, bro? You think she came in there and set that box on the floor?
air and
Be
pizza
for real,
sauce everywhere.
okay.
So that's when I said what I said.
Yeah.
Like, I hope it didn't get on me. You're lucky it didn't get on me. And at
Right.
that point, we're just having an altercation back and forth still. So then she comes around the counter. So one of her coworkers was still behind the counter. The other one, who I guess was still in there the whole time, he came in between us. So then my friend, who was parked right over there next to her, that car, I believe it's hers, at that point, just walked in. Like, she walked in and was like trying to separate everything. So at that point, I just kind of walked outside. As we walked outside, she follows us outside and instructs one of her workers, I guess, to take a picture of the license plate, which was not a problem.
Okay.
Sat there, but that's why I'm here to sit, because I have nothing.
Now, how the
I didn't
phone
do
get
anything
broken now?
wrong. I'm not gonna go home and have this big thing. So I stayed and waited for you to get here, because I figured after seeing her on the phone, she was calling.
Yeah. I'm a little concerned about the whole telephone that's on top of the counter. It
Whose
seems
phone is that?
looks like a store phone.
Oh.
It's on the counter. It's completely torn up, right? So, do you know anything about that?
So I'm assuming that it either happened when she flicked the pizza up, or when I dropped it on the counter. Like when I said, "Oh, well, I don't want this anymore." I mean, pretty sure there maybe was something there. I don't really know exactly where I placed it, but when I did it, I literally scooted it up and was like, "Oh, I don't want it anymore." Now, it could have been firm. I don't really know. It was the heat of the moment. I'm not really sure, but I literally tossed it and was like, "Well, I wasn't. It was a scoot, like scooted on the counter and was like, "Oh, I don't want this anymore."
Right,
So
when
I
you
don't-
came in, you placed the pizza
Correct,
on the
right,
counter,
right. But then after she, remember, told him, "Oh, don't give her a refund," that's when I was like, "Oh, well," scooted it forward, was like, "Well, I don't want it anymore." And
Okay.
that's when I proceeded to walk out
Okay.
or turn around.
But that phone is shattered. Somebody lying, bro.
So, what do you think caused damage to the store telephone that's on top of the counter?
I truly believe when she literally tossed the pizza, but like she literally came up to the counter and flipped it up.
Okay.
Like, I know that there was a register. Don't
Yeah.
know exactly the placement of it, but I know that she.
Well,
for
check the camera.
sure
Somebody lying.
tossed it up. Like,
Okay,
from where
between
she
you
was.
and I, the telephone looks completely torn up. Or a box, so cardboard box is not going to do that type of damage to the phone. So, is there anything else?
No, there's
Did you at any point touch the phone, attempt to break it?
I didn't touch the phone or attempt to break it at all. I have a phone. I have no
Okay.
reason to do that.
Why would the employee damage the phone?
Why would the employee damage the phone?
Their own store phone, yeah.
I have no idea what she. I don't know.
So you don't know what happened to the phone. They're telling me you grabbed the
But
phone.
don't lie,
and
bro. You
smashed
better tell me the truth
pieces.
the whole way,
I
dog.
grabbed the phone and smashed it to pieces.
Yeah, I mean that's what they're
I'm
alleging.
sorry, but no.
You understand that there's cameras inside the store as well?
I certainly understand that.
Okay.
But again, like I said, there was someone who was seeing the whole entire thing in my car. Like I have no reason to lie at all.
I understand.
No, I'm
And
just saying,
You
I
know,
kinda
there's
feel like
multiple
it's-
people inside the store as well that saw the altercation and what happened inside.
Well, I don't think it was multiple. Well, I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna argue.
Well, the manager and the other worker that was inside, correct?
Correct.
Including you and your friend, right?
So yeah, it was
Okay.
them two, and I was there, and she was literally at the car watching
Right.
the entire thing. I didn't break a phone. I have no reason to lie to you at all. But to sit here and say, "Oh,"
So you understand where I'm coming from, though, right? I just got to this call.
Right.
I go through those doors, pizzas everywhere, which makes sense, you know. You said it was tossed by the by an employee. I look at the countertop, the whole entire phone, the store phone is completely shattered. Like it would take a lot of force to completely destroy that phone.
Yeah,
it's not
facts.
like it was knocked over or anything. It's
Right.
literally in pieces.
Right, but again,
But do you see where I'm coming from? Like I'm puzzled as how that occurred.
sir, I understand where you're coming
Yeah.
from. Right, again,
And there are
get
people
it.
saying that they saw you toss the phone up and damage the phone. So either you're sitting here lying to my face about what happened about the phone, or because next thing I'm gonna look through the cameras and then we'll go from there.
You can look at the camera, like I
I'm
said
giving you
before.
another chance to tell me the truth about the phone.
I
If
don't
not,
like how you're speaking to me.
okay,
No. What I'm saying to you is, I told you the exact story.
okay.
I didn't purposely
Somebody
go in and
broke
do
the
anything
phone.
to a phone. Like I said, I sat it on the counter.
Mm-hmm.
When I sat it on the counter, if this is the counter I'm walking up to,
Yeah.
I literally sat it to the left of me.
Cause bro,
When
they
I
kind of
literally
not
said,
that
"Oh, well, you can
tall,
keep it,"
bro.
I
For it
literally
to
just
fall off.
scooted it up. Like I didn't do anything to a phone, and it. I don't want to curse, but it damn sure wasn't on purpose. Like I said, I didn't do anything to a phone. I literally scooted it up.
Scoot the pizza box. right?
Correct. Like
Okay.
I flipped it up. Now, granted, again, it was the heat of the moment, but I didn't. The way
Well,
that you said it was that.
The box, I don't think would damage the phone, correct?
I
You
get that, but
splitting
I know that I'm telling you, right? I did not take a phone and I didn't do any of
Okay.
that. I'm
So when
telling
you came in through those doors
Yes.
with the pizza,
Correct.
how did you see anything out of the ordinary about the phone? Was it in pieces? Was it all together?
To be completely honest, I wasn't looking at a phone.
So
I just
you-
sat the pizza box down.
So you wouldn't be able to tell me what the status of the store phone was at the time when you came in through the doors?
I I wasn't looking at a phone. I don't
So
know.
okay, no, oh, fair enough.
I'm sorry, I can't.
Okay, give me a second. Hey, Fernandez, just say bye with her for a second, okay? I'll get back to you.
Yeah.
So what
And I
happened?
was trying to stop them from fighting though.
What happened?
So she did break the phone. All that damn pizza and everything. Yeah, she was throwing that shit. She was trying to protect herself at the same time because she thought that she was gonna really hit her. Some shit.
What'd you?
But,
Okay, so
that's when I had walked around and I was like trying to stop them.
were you inside the
blocking.
whole time?
Huh?
Were you inside it?
Yeah, the whole time while it was happening. Then she walked down and then went back in her car. And then that's when she was sitting right there in her parking spot.
Gotcha. So what? Can you tell me what happened after she walked in?
Okay, so you saying when she walked in?
When she walked in.
Okay, when she walked in, she was arguing, yelling at her, boom, boom, this and that.
Yeah.
And she was like, "Oh, we can't give you your money back because, whatever was wrong with the pizza." I don't know what the hell was wrong with the pizza.
Right.
That's the part that I don't know. But she was real mad that she, like, flipped the food and every damn thing all on the floor and shit
Who
like
who
that.
was the one that flipped the pizza?
Her, she did.
Okay.
She flipped the food and everything, the wings and all that, and it got all over the place. She broke the phone.
Did she throw the pizza at someone or just
No,
dropped it?
she flipped it like
Oh, okay.
towards her, and that's when it got on her, and then that's when, yeah. that's
Gotcha.
everything else.
What happened after that?
After that, she came around and was trying to tell her like, "Oh, can you get out the store and this and that." She was trying to get all of her face. Her friend came in and was trying to protect her. I came around too, and I was trying to like block them from fighting. And then that's when she was just yelling and yelling, and then she walked out and went in her car.
What about the phone?
The phone, yeah, she was flipping everything. Like when she was flipping the pizza too, she flipped the phone and
The
everything
phone?
and broke the phone.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. Can I get your name?
Nah, I
After
can't be on her
viewing the
side
security
anymore.
footage and conducting multiple witness statements, she was placed under arrest for criminal mischief.
But I thought she was telling the truth, dog. Should've known. Hey man, good video, better than the last one, I'm not gonna lie. I do want to see some more crazy videos though, man. The last two videos I reacted to, man, was alright, you know what I'm saying? Which kind of just getting like statements from each side, bro. It wasn't really that much. But I promise y'all, bro, I'm trying to find some crazy videos, man, to react to. Good video though, bro. I low key was on that black woman's side though. But I should have known, bro. I should have known. Like I said, bro, I work at a place where I deal with a lot of customers, bro. And the ones that cause the most chaos that I have the most like the hardest time with, bro, is black women, bro. They come in there, bro. Nothing racist, bro. I'm black too, man. You know what I mean? But yeah, so yeah, should have stuck to that side, man.